Hi everyone, so we're going to continue with this, putting this together a little bit here. I had to stop the last video because I got a phone call. So this is the piece that we're putting on here for the paper. This is where our little notebook pad is going to go. So I did back this to firm it up a little bit, and I did go and sew around here. My sewing machine went, I don't know what it did. It started out with a nice zigzag, then it went to this weird zigzag, then it went to this, and then it went back to zigzag. On the other hand, the back side is perfect. So the bobbin is good, but the regular thread is not. If anybody knows why my machine is doing this, please tell me. I don't know. All right. So this is going to go on here. And what we need to do is make the place where we're going to put a slit on this. So what I'm going to do is take my pencil, and I know there was a way. Okay, I think she took her small crocodile thing, or if you have a little paper punch, which I actually do have. So I'm gonna just go in like, not too much, down to like there. I go down because we kind of want these to be equal. So it's it's about a centimeter. I'm really finding I like to use centimeters because it's just that came right to the middle. So let's see, I've already made my piece that's going to go across the top, or my piece that is going to be the, hold on, I guess maybe I need to do that differently. Down through here, okay. So I need to do that a little differently. That's okay. I'm just going to put another hole, and it's not going to really matter. So we're going to need a hole. Let me go down a little bit. We're going to need a hole like here, and a hole like here. But I only want to go down that far. Okay. Where did I put that one? I don't know. I can't see it. Oh yeah, it's just right. It's right here. So that's there. This. Okay. So down. Yep, that's down about a quarter of an inch. Is right there. Okay. I think I can see those, but you know what? I'm gonna get my other little punch because I think it will be easier for me to see this and punch it. Maybe not. maybe not. All right, let's see. I'm gonna go right there, over a little bit, and then right kind of beside this one. Then I'm going to draw a line from the center to the center of this and the one I really want to use, which is the second one. I'm going to do it with my my little knife here, and a book, like a little book. Make sure we're recording. Yes, we are. Okay, so we're gonna go right, and I have done this on something else. I'm sure it was probably Nick the Booksmith, something or other. All right, so I'm gonna go right. Come on, right next to it. This is a little fiddly because do that second one. And then I'm going to make this a teeny bit wider. So I'm going to just make another little snippet just to get it a little wider, because I want to make sure that's going to go down through there. And yeah, it will. I'm just going to take this a little piece of this other circle I want to take out. It's just troublesome there, a little bit there, and then this will go down. This isn't going to show, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, that fits nicely. Okay, good. Then, what are we going to do? Now, just on there. Okay, now I've already cut my papers for this. I did 21 pieces in here. And then this is going to go on here like this. I am going to punch through these. I do it at a time with this. So, see, I'm just going to give this a little eyeball on here. So that looks like it's down about 1/4 of an inch. Well, let's just do the centimeters thing again. And I think I'm going to go into the 2 and then into from here, because that's 8. So that's, wow, that is not right. I didn't go in 2, did I? No. I only went in 1. Yeah. 2 1/2 centimeters I went in. So I'm going to make my little things here. And I'm going to use my crocodile, because it's just a little bit easier. Still kind of getting used to them. Not a new prescription, but just a new frame. And new prescription, because then I can get like a couple pair. And okay, there we go. And then I'm not sure how many of these I can get through. So let's try like maybe this many. Go. Yeah, this way. That's the way to do it. Okay. Crossed here. And just down, not quite so much. On the easily. Maybe I can go through more. Let's see if I can do all of these. That may be it might be a stretch, but we can see. So yeah, down about 1 centimeter. 1.25 centimeters are pretty close. So again, we're going to go with 2 and the 6. And we're going to do this. Through there. Nice. That was good. She was using I used 21 pieces of paper. She used 24 pieces. And she went through with the bigger crocodile. Oh yeah, those line up perfectly. All right, then I need a piece that's going to wrap around the top of here. Now she did it a couple ways. The first way she did it was well, this is the piece that I'm using, and I actually have a little bit of a yellow ink pad, just because I do. And since we use the yellowish paper here, I'm just giving this a little bit of a yellow coloring, dyeing, inking, something. Something. I had a day already, so I'll tell you in a second when I can talk and not do anything bad. So a couple ways she did this. She did it so that she here first and then put her top on. And the second way she did it, which actually I didn't like at first, but then it's not as neat looking, but it's smarter, because if you put this all together, then put your brads in, then your brads are just right here. And when you want to put a new pad of paper in this, all you have to do is take the brads out, you take your old papers off, or they might all be gone anyway, and then you still have this and the top that you can put back on, or make a new top, trade it out, you know. All right, so we are going to, I do want to now put a little more vintage photo on here and kind of give this a little more. Is this, that's my ground espresso. I suppose that has not as, ooh, it's still kind of, isn't it? Ooh, okay, so I did that. So this will help tone the yellow down a little bit. Okay, just like that. Maybe, and then maybe mix and match in here. All right, so I need to make a piece like this that's going to go over. My hands are going to get all ink, but we don't care, do we? No, we do not. Okay. That's pretty straight. So we're going to cut here and here. And I'm just going to grab some scissors. Continue this other on with the other video, but I think this is going to get too long, so we may have a, you know, a longer one and then this one that won't be quite as long. Okay, a little bit not straight, so let's just try to straighten it up a tad. Don't we? We can do it on that side or this side. Got a little heavy-handed with the ground espresso. Let's see if we can. We just yellowed that up. Like, okay, add some yellow, add some ground espresso, add some, you know, just, you know, because. Okay, I'm just gonna straighten that right onto there. And we're gonna pop right through here again. There, you paper. And, oh, this is a little hard to see. I might have to go this way. Just so I can see a little better. No, that doesn't help much, does it? It's not much better. I think it's right about there or so. There. Wiggle that around a little bit. Make sure I was in the okay. Very nice. That goes on the back. Oh, I was gonna just do along the edge of this just to darken it up so it's not that it, you know, you wouldn't have to do this. I just like to kind of make everything look a little better like that. All right, now let me get my brads out. And let's see, what are we going to use? The situation that I do, because they're very gold. There's nothing wrong with them. It's just they're gold. Just they're very gold. Okay, I'm gonna put that one in, and then this one through here. Try again. Last piece. Crazy. Okay, now I'm just gonna hold that in a bit. And okay, guys, did you see where my other? There it is. Now this. That's not quite. Why wouldn't that be even? There we go. Quite even through there. And then we're gonna pop it onto there. That doesn't want to go in the right hole. Okay, there we go. I might need a little longer brad. Unfortunately, I don't think I have it. Okay, get in there, please. There it is. And I'm gonna turn this over. Ooh, there's not a whole lot of brad left to put down. Let's see. Ooh, that's really, really little bit. And a little bit there. Okay. Okay, pretty good. It's a little off, you know. The paper should have been over a little further, but it's okay, because let's just make sure we can fit it in here. That went in very nicely to there. Why aren't you going any further? May I ask that question? Why? Oh, because of that piece right there. It's just being a stickler. Okay, there it goes. Okay, and it's in like that. And then I'm gonna glue that piece on there. And that's why we needed shoots. I'm not even over here so you can see. That's gonna go there. And that's why we needed this, you know, that's why we needed the spine. This closed, and so that can go in there. Oh, isn't that nice? Super. I love these. I do. I love this. This could be just a little gift. You know, someone could pop it right in their bag, and then they have like their shopping list and tags or anything they need. All right, let's get this glued in. All right. Oh, I'm sorry. So while I'm gluing, I can tell you my my story, my post office story for the morning. It's a little vent, but you know, and I actually vented on Facebook, which I never vent on Facebook, because I just don't, and I don't ever do really long posts. And today I did. So I went to the post office this morning because, as I've told you, my mom is coming home from my sisters, and they're traveling, leaving Wednesday, and they'll be here Thursday afternoon. You know, with all the regulations and all the good stuff, they're being really careful. But anyway, so we've had this difficulty with my mom's mail. So she usually goes to my sister's, and I apologize if I've, you know, given you this whole rundown. I'll try to be quick. Goes to my sister's in Tennessee for the winter months, you know, 2.5, 3 months, and then she comes home. And so when we set up her mail, you know, you have to fill out this card, you know, blah, 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 I'll be gone for blah, 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 send it to this address, and then and then start sending it back to my home address at such and such a time. Well, we figured she'd be home by April 1st. Well, you know, because of all the things, she wasn't. So my sister had called and asked that they just, you know, go ahead anyway and start sending her mail. Well, no, I think she first called and said, can you continue to send her mail? And the lady was like, well, no, because, you know, we really need her signature, blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, then just go ahead and send it to the house as originally done. Yeah, okay, we'll do that. Never happened. They never started sending it to the house. So when I got a chance to get to the post office, you know, it's open from 8 till 4, so I never could get there. So I finally went down and I said, can I get her mail? Yes. Okay. The guy that was there, okay, yeah, you can get her mail. I got all the stuff, her first class, her third class, the whole deal. And so I got it in another envelope, sent it on to her so she'd have her bills and whatnot. So then, there hasn't been any mail. I haven't gotten any at her house. They haven't got any in Tennessee. So I went down this morning because, you know, she's coming home and they need some bills. You know, usually it's not a big deal. Most of her bills are paid online, blah, blah, blah. I'm just going to let that dry for a minute. So I went down. Mind you, I was a kindergarten teacher and a substitute teacher for a bit. And I have a teacher voice that comes out. You know, when you need it on the playground, you need it on the playground. You got to have a voice that projects and, you know, makes a little people stand up and notice. So, yeah, I got my teacher voice out because she was giving me a hard time. She wouldn't find the mail. Who are you? Blah, blah, blah. Of course, she didn't know me. I understand that. I'm her daughter. You know, I need to pick up her mail. She's coming home, and there must be bills here because she hasn't gotten bills anywhere else. So the lady said, well, didn't we have the mail sent to her house? I remember talking to someone. I said, well, yes, you and my sister decided that, but it never happened. Well, she said, I don't have any responsibility once it's been, you know, once it leaves here. I said, but it never left here because it didn't get anywhere else, you know? So, yeah. So then she finally looked around and found a couple of bills. Not much. I think there were 4 pieces of mail in 2 months. 4 pieces of mail for 2 months. Okay, that's not sticking. I need to do a better job here. So I said, okay. Now, but here's the real issue for me. I go in, I have on my mask, I'm social distancing, other customers are wearing their masks, they're social distancing, very nice. All the post offices have these barriers made out of PCP pipe and plastic, whatever. I go in to the counter, the barrier is pushed over on the other counter, not in front of where I'm going to speak to the post person. Okay. Now, on top of that, she does not have a mask on. Yeah. So now I have no barrier, and she's not wearing a mask. So, you know, maybe masks work, maybe they don't, whatever. I'm not gonna take any chances. I have daycare kids. I have my own kids and grandkids. I have my 93-year-old mother coming home, who, by the way, I'm not going to be able to hug or kiss because I can't. I need to be responsible because, you know, even with just my daycare kids, I'm exposed to a lot of people. And now this post office worker has exposed me to other customers that come into the post office today, and who knows how many other days. Her family, you know, her friends that she sees, obviously she's not those social distancing or wearing a mask at any time, so basically anybody that she's come in contact with. Wow, that does not want to stick, does it? This is where I need my glue, my other glue. So yeah, I'm not a happy camper, and so yeah, I did a little vent on Facebook, and you know, she's exposed me to all these people now. Not fair. Not fair. Why? And for no reason except that she obviously doesn't think it's serious and doesn't want to wear a mask. So yeah, that was my morning, and I spent time with a very dear friend of mine who is also a postmaster, but not here. And you know, and he's gonna fix it up for me so I can actually be on her little legal post office mail thing. And I get it. I get that you have to be careful who you give mail to, but government, put someone in this little town post office that knows people. You know, come on. It's just, it seemed like a big hullabaloo, stress situation for my mom, you know, for no reason. So there you go. That's my vent. I'm done. I won't talk about that anymore. Maybe. Maybe. All right. So I'm hoping that's going to stick now. I did break down and I bought 2 bottles of 3-in-1 on, actually I bought it off of Etsy because it was a couple dollars cheaper on Etsy. And even with the shipping on Etsy, it was the same amount as it would have been if I bought it on Amazon with the free shipping. So, yeah, I did that. Okay, so that's done, and that's going on there. We'll let that, hopefully that will dry. Otherwise, I'm going to have to, I'll use my Aleene's on it, which will, it just takes a long time to dry, that's all. All right, so over here, we've got this done. And what we want to make is a couple little buttons for a string closure here. So I'm going to use this stained file folder that I have. And what I'm going to do, so this is a trick I saw. I can't remember the lady's name. I meant to write it down, but I didn't. But Artie Mays showed this trick a while ago. So if you're going to make a circle with your circle punch, which I will use this guy right here, 1-inch circle punch. You put in your little hole first in the punch, you know, up enough so you know you can get your thing around it. And so I'm gonna do one there. So you make your little hole. Then you can go in with your punch, and you can hopefully. Now, I since learned while she was doing it, her thing had a couple of marks on the side too, but there is a little mark on mine. Here's the middle, and so you know that the other middle is somewhere across there. So I'm going to try to do my best to get it in the middle, and I should have done it up a little further because it's right there. To waste paper, and inevitably I waste a lot of paper, so that is not the middle. So yeah, so we're gonna go up. That's as far up as I can go. Actually, let me move that back there. Then I can go up further. Let's do there. I might have to do 2 more of these, and I can use that for the back, one of the back ones anyway. There, that's a little better. I'm terrible at getting things positioned so it's in the middle anyway. That looks pretty good. Yeah, that's better. All right. So then I'm going to do another one with a hole in the middle. Up a little more. Okay. And then we'll go here. Get another one of these. So I have 2 good ones like that. Then I'm going to make 2 more for this one and 2 more for this one. And I have already one there, so. And they're going to be behind, so it doesn't really matter what they look like. Yep, here am I, trying to not waste paper. Trying to get every little sniggin out of here that I can, because that's the way I am. Oops, I don't need another one, do I? I need 2 for that. Yep, that's good. Okay. So then we're going to, I am going to ink around this one that's going to be on the front first. Just Okay, wrong. I wondered why I wasn't picking up any of that ink that was like, I just love the dark. I don't know, I just really like it. I like the dark. Coffee stained and on everything, actually. I know everybody doesn't. All right, so that's gonna go there. That's gonna go there. Okay. And I'm going to punch through all of those now. Try to get that as lined up as possible. To see, but I don't know. Okay, well, I guess I got it in the middle. All right, and then we're going to do this one more time. One more time. My sister was telling me, well, let me go on here a little more. Let me get some of these, well, I'm gluing these actually, I can tell you. She was telling me she used to live really near Dollywood. She lived in Sevierville, or she lived in Sevierville, which Dollywood is in Pigeon Forge, which is right there, right next to it. And so over the years, different family members have worked there and whatnot. And, you know, whenever friends go down, I mean, I've been there several times and with my kids and things. And so they just laid off like all of their salaried people, all of their people that are high paying, that know the park and take care of all the things. Like one of the things, my niece's mother, my great niece's mom, worked there, and she took care of all the things like making sure special needs kids had safe zones and quiet places and things like that they could go to. And now there's going to be no one who knows about that stuff and is going to be able to maintain that. And that's, I mean, that's just the one thing. You know, that's not even the other people. One gentleman had worked there for 45 years and was going to retire in the fall. They fired him. Of course, they're not calling it that, but they fired him. I don't get it. Well, I do get it. I mean, I know why they're doing it. You know, they want to save money. They need to get their losses back, and I do get that. But come on, they're going to lose out in the long run, I would think. I mean, I can't imagine how that's going to really help. But it was kind of shocking. I've always, well, it's probably not Dolly herself, but, you know, it's just a little shocking to me. I thought that was hardcore. I feel bad for those people. All right, I am going to put, I only have 3 pencils here to use, you know, because why put things back where they go when you can just lay them down beside you, right? All right, so I'm going to put one right here, and the other one is going to go here. So we're going to put a little hole here. What's up, Koopy? He makes these cute little noises. Oh, that's little girl going upstairs. That's my little girl. Okay, where? Sometimes I just can't even see. Oh, right there. Okay. Because it's, that's really not in the middle. Let's just look at this again. That one looks good in the middle. That one, this bottom one, I don't think it is. I think it needs to go over this way. It must have been, this moves a little bit because it, better, right? Yeah, that's better. Okay. Except I can't reach it. I can't reach it. Nope. Okay, it's got to go down further. Sorry, guys. All this flip-flopping around. But I can't, let's see, I can't go down too far because then it will be, can I get, you know what, I'll just use my other punch. Yeah, I'll just use my other punch, so this will be okay. I think maybe this one can reach. Hopefully. Nope. Okay, well, it's gonna have to be as good as I can get it. What is going on here? It's a little too thick there. All right, so I'm gonna just go right as high up as I can go to that. And hopefully that's gonna be okay. Not really, is it? Not really. Well, okay. I don't know what else to do. It's gotta go there, right? All right, so we're gonna put a little brad in there. Use the same ones as we did before. So another trick here that I have learned is when you're putting something like this on with a brad, you want to just have something to slide under when you're closing this. It's like a spacer, and it just gives you, you know, it leaves a little space here so your string will easily go around your brad. Patina on it from when I did these, I guess. About that, but it's the way it is, so it's the way it is. So I'm going to just slide that under there again. Fold these guys down. I love making this. I really, really did. Okay, and that's just gonna, it's gonna be a double. It's gonna tuck a little bit, and then we're gonna put some string on it. Some nice string. Now I could also put, is that this? Yeah, I could put some of this ribbon that I used in the front. It's seam binding. Okay, now we left a space. Maybe I just didn't leave enough space. Oh, but I think I did. All right, so we're gonna do this. So with all the stuff, I hope you guys are doing okay, doing well, being able to stay safe. I think it's still so important. Keep yourself safe. You know, I'm not going anywhere. I'm just seeing my kids and my grandchildren. That's it. And my mom, when she gets here, I will sort of see her. So then this is just going to go around under like this. Okay? It's going to hold that. So I'm going to just cut this and just put a couple things away. And my scissors, of course, there they are. Let's just leave a little bit of that scrunchied up there. I think that's kind of cute. There. And then there you have it. And that pops open. And now we can put paper on here, on these, you know, and on all of this, so that that will be ready to go. And then let's try this. Let's see if this is ready to go in here now. All right, come on. Yep, get right in there. It's not too tight, really. It's just, it's quite snug, which is not a bad thing. Okay, so this is this, and this tucks, tuck. In a perfect world, this would be down far enough so it doesn't go over that top piece, but I guess I should have used a little thicker piece of stuff. But anyway, that looks good there. right? Yes, I think so. Except I didn't, there, goodness. There we go. Just needs to be used a little bit. And then this closes and ties. So we have a little more of decoration to do. So I will probably do that off camera. And I hope you're enjoying this. I'm loving this thing. It's, you know, it's nice and hefty enough. I mean, you can put it as a signature in a journal. So if you had a big enough spine for 3 signatures, there you go. But I think what I might do with this is tie it in or make it so it can be removed, because I think this would be a nice carry along type of thing. Going to a meeting or whatever, you just have this little thing and you have notes. You could always put a larger notepad right in this spot if you wanted a bigger one, because you have this seam. You couldn't do both because you don't, well, you could if you put a bigger spine on this side. If you put a 1/2 inch spine over here too, except instead of the 1/8, you could certainly have this little pad and a big pad in there. That might make it a little thick for putting in a binder, in a journal, I mean, but you know, you could. Okay, we're gonna end there, and I'm gonna do some more stuff on here, and then I'll come back and show you. All right, thanks guys, stay safe, stay well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.